उसमें 5 आतंकवादी मारे गए।
All right, we're getting some more breaking news on the Pradyuman murder case. Remember, Ashok, who was given a clean chit by the CBI, has now been granted bail by a court in Gurgaon. This was expected because the Central Bureau of Investigation came to a conclusion that it was not Ashok, but it was a 16-year-old, a senior of Pradyuman, who had carried out the murder in September this year in the premises of Ryan International School. And now a bail has been granted to that bus conductor. His family claimed he had been tortured and fixed and implicated falsely in this case. Even our sources in the CBI had said that Ashok was never a person of interest when it came to the Pradyuman murder mystery. And with every interrogation, with every questioning session, Ashok was becoming more and more confident. And now he has been granted bail because the Central Bureau of Investigation doesn't have any evidence against him. Their theory is that the juvenile carried out that murder. Let's go across to Shantashri now for the very latest. Shantashri, what happened in court? Take us through the details of that.
Exactly. It was slated to be heard around 3 p.m. and the bail has been granted to Ashok, the much-awaited bail plea that he had filed, and it had finally been granted. Pradyuman's father is definitely going to speak in a while, and of course he's upset regarding this thing because he had entire bail plea, and also CBI had not given clean chit to him, but due to lack of evidence and since there was no such matching of the DNA samples and the other samples that the CBI had produced, of course, he had taken a bail. And now the case seems to see that the accused, who had been arrested by CBI, that will give. In a while, the Pradyuman's father is going to be a bite right now. Please check our frame for that.
All right, yeah, we can see that on our screens. Pradyuman's father is all set to speak to the media. He was present in the courtroom when the bail was being granted to Ashok, the bus conductor. From the very beginning, the father did suspect that the Gurgaon police was going wrong in investigation. That's why he had demanded a CBI probe. The case was handed over by the Haryana government to the CBI, which came to a completely opposite conclusion. And Gurgaon police, the SIT which was formed to investigate the Pradyuman murder, was
नहीं बोल रहे हैं
सर ऑफ कैमरा
telling the media that he will react later. Shantashri, back with us. Shantashri, just to give us a sense of what you see around you. It seems that Pradyuman's father doesn't want to speak to the press just yet. Just describe to us what's happening around you at the courtroom.
Exactly. The bail has been finally granted, and I believe that Pradyuman's father will be reacting just in a while, and that's why we're putting a frame over there. But yes, it was just 1 minute hearing, and the bail was completely granted because there was no such evidence against him, and there was no such evidence against him, and we know that CBI yesterday had produced a forensic report, and as well as the DNA samples, which his blood, Ashok's blood, did not match with the blood on the shirt of Pradyuman, that killer's blood samples. And of course, there had been a lot of other issues that were at hand. CBI had not given a clean chit, but before that, he did not contest his bail plea. But finally, they said that no clean chit has been given, and finally, we see that due to lack of evidence and due to, and of course, Pradyuman's father also objected to his bail plea, but owing to lack of evidence, he finally got the bail. And Ashok, who had been in and around this entire murder investigation, this murky murder investigation, where we can see that he had been defamed, he had, because of the shoddy probe of Gurugram police, he was tortured, and he was, of course,
was tortured, and he was of course forced to finally admit to his crime, and so Ashok's father and also his wife, we had spoken in the morning, and that's what they were looking into, that he finally walks out of jail, and now he was shy of relief at the end of the day, that finally after such a prolonged time of investigation he is walking out of jail. His bail plea has been granted, but we must remember that the investigation hasn't ended yet. The CBI is yet to file a charge sheet in this entire matter, and definitely it's yet to be seen that what the CBI will do regarding the 11-year-old boy who was arrested in this entire case, this entire murder investigation that is going murkier day by day. But the one relief that the heave of relief that the parents, Ashok's father will say finally, is that he is walking out of jail finally for free. So he had been thanking media from the morning itself, that because of media, this entire scenario of Ashok not being guilty had come to the fore, that Ashok had been defamed, had been tortured, had been forced to admit to the crime, and finally the shoddy probe of Gurugram police coming to the fore, and finally Ashok getting bail because of lack of evidence. So yeah, it's a huge victory for Ashok's family finally, and they have also said that they will consult their lawyer, and of course they will take a step ahead regarding probing whether the entire defaming, actually filing a suit against Gurugram police.
Okay, so now we need to wait and see whether Ashok actually files a complaint in court against the Gurugram police, because his family, his lawyer, has told Republic that he was tortured in jail. He was forced to give a confession saying that he has murdered that young boy in September this year. The Central Bureau of Investigation saying there is enough evidence. Yes, I can hear there is enough evidence. Now let's go across to Pradyuman's father. He's about to address the press.
कोर्ट में क्या हुआ ऑर्डर क्या कंडीशंस लगाई? चल सब इधर ही देते हैं। जेल देते समय कोई रिमार्क
देखिए, इतना डिटेल तो ऑर्डर का मैं नहीं समझ पाया, लेकिन जो मुझे समझ में आया है कि उसको अशोक को बेल दी है कोर्ट ने, और जो फैसला आया है कोर्ट का उस पर हम उनका सम्मान करते हैं, और हमें ट्रस्ट है कि मतलब ये जो पूरा प्रोसीजर होगा उसमें फैक्ट और जो वो हैं उनको ध्यान में रखते हुए बच्चे को और हमें न्याय जरूर मिलेगा।
अब एक और मामला भी इसके बीच में आ गया। सीबीआई ने आज अशोक के मामा को समन किया गया था, क्योंकि एक ऑडियो सर्कुलेट हो रहा था जिसमें दोनों आरोपी जो हैं उनके परिवार वाले आपस में बात करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे कि मामला किसी और तक घुमा दिया।
वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन एजेंसी का पार्ट है, और अब उनको क्या मिला है, क्या वो उसमें आगे फर्दर प्रोसीड कर रहे हैं कैसे, वो तो वही आपको क्लैरिटी।
बट आप लोगों ने भी एप्लीकेशन दिया है ना सीबीआई को कि इस मैटर को देखा जाए, ये जो ऑडियो सर्कुलेट हुआ।
अभी फिलहाल हमने कुछ ऐसा कुछ नहीं दिया सीबीआई को, कोई एप्लीकेशन नहीं दी।
ठीक है
जी, थैंक यू।
We are joined by Balin Chand Thakur. Sir, Ashok's bail application has been accepted.
That was he hopes that he'll get justice. He also dismisses reports saying that he has filed an application before the CBI asking him to investigate links between a family member of Ashok and also the father of the juvenile. So he's being tight-lipped, but he's saying we just hope that we'll get justice for the murder of our son, of our young 7-year-old son. Let's go across to Shantashri once again. Shantashri, the CBI was supposed to file a status report before the court. Has that happened? Do we know what the CBI has said?
CBI ने स्टेटस रिपोर्ट भी दी है पंचकुला हाई कोर्ट, स्पेशल सीबीआई कोर्ट में पिंटूस को लेकर के।
देखिए, वहाँ मैं मौजूद नहीं हूँ।
अरे भाई एक मिनट रुक जाए,
उसका एग्जैक्ट आइडिया नहीं, वो आपको मतलब क्लैरिटी से उस पर सर। एक मिनट,
हमारे साथ प्रद्युमन के पिता मौजूद है। पिता मौजूद है, कोर्ट में अशोक की बेल हुई
किया है, क्या कहना है इस पे आपका?
देखिए, जो कोर्ट ने फैसला दिया है सारे तथ्यों को देखते हुए उसका हम सम्मान करते हैं और हम अपनी लड़ाई कंटिन्यू रखे हुए हैं। हमें भी ये उम्मीद है कि हमें भी कोर्ट से बच्चे के लिए न्याय मिलेगा।
अभी ये जो ऑडियो आया है दोनों
ऑडियो के बारे में क्या कहेंगे कि दो ऑडियो जिसमें दोनों जो पहले जो आरोपी अशोक की फैमिली वाले और जो दूसरे हैं वो बात कर रहे हैं।
देखिए, मुझे भी ये आप लोगों के थ्रू मीडिया के माध्यम से ही पता चला है। ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन एजेंसी का मामला है, उनको क्या मिला है और उसको कैसे टेकअप कर रहे हैं ये आपको क्लैरिटी से वही बता पाएंगे इस मामले में।
कहना है कि वो कोर्ट के फैसले का सम्मान करते हैं और अभी
क्या कहा गया कोर्ट में, क्या मौजूद थे वहाँ पे, क्या हुआ?
देखिए, मैं एग्जैक्ट
Yes, I am trying.
सीबीआई की इन्वेस्टिगेशन को कंसीडर करते हुए उन्होंने बेल ग्रांट कर दी।
सर, बेल ग्रांट की गई है और एक तरफ एक ऑडियो सामने आया जिसमें
I wouldn't want to comment on the investigation. It's up to probe agencies to decide what is the veracity of that audio that is doing the rounds of Ashok's family member speaking to the father of the accused, the 16-year-old juvenile who's a resident of the same Ryan International School in Bhonsi, Gurgaon, where 7-year-old Pradyuman was found dead in the first week of September. For those of you
bail grant हो गया है अशोक को, क्या बोलना चाहोगे? First reaction on this?
देखिए, कोर्ट का फैसला है और हम कोर्ट का फैसला जो है सम्मान करते हैं कोर्ट का जो फैसला है, और हमें भी ये उम्मीद है कि आगे चल के इस लड़ाई में हमें भी बच्चे के लिए न्याय मिलेगा।
क्योंकि आपने कम्प्लीटली ऑब्जेक्ट किया था इस पर्टिकुलर बेल प्ली को और हम लोग को पता है कि एंटायर स्टेटस रिपोर्ट सीबीआई ने फाइल किया अभी पंचकुला कोर्ट में। अशोक के मामा का ऑडियो भी अभी वायरल हो रहा है। इन सब मामलों में क्या बोलना चाहिए, क्योंकि मर्की होता जा रहा है पूरा मर्डर?
देखिए, पंचकुला कोर्ट में सीबीआई ने क्या स्टेटस दिया उसका मुझे नहीं पता, वहाँ हमारे वकील साहब मौजूद हैं, इस पर आपको डिटेल से वही बता पाएंगे। और जहाँ तक ऑडियो क्लिप का सवाल है तो वो सीबीआई का पार्ट है, सीबीआई देख रही है, देखिए क्या बताती है।
तो ये पूरे बेल जो ग्रांट हुआ है इसके ऊपर फिर से ऑब्जेक्ट करेंगे आप?
देखिए, ये आगे का मैटर है, इस पे अभी मैं फिलहाल कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहता।
Thank you so much. That's Pradyuman's father joining live with us and expressing that it's a court's verdict at the end of the day. So he respects that, but definitely he is upset with this because he had been objecting to the bail plea of Ashok and continuously saying that every angle should be probed so that a fair justice should prevail.
All right, so the father of Pradyuman telling Shanta Shri that he was opposed to the bail of Ashok, the bus conductor. Shanta Shri, give us a sense of the CBI's arguments in the courtroom today. What did they say when the bail plea had come up for hearing? This argument had been going on for the past several weeks. Give us a sense of the CBI's arguments in this case.
Actually, CBI's argument were not much. Why? Because it was a hearing of just a minute. Just when it was slated to be heard around 3 p.m. and within 3:01, somebody came outside of the court and declared that a bail plea has been granted to Ashok. So this can be seen that whatever CBI was trying to put up against Ashok, and they were not trying to give a clean chit to Ashok because they wanted to investigate all the angles in this entire matter. They had given the forensic report regarding Ashok, which of course did not match. His DNA sample of the blood did not match with the blood on Pradyuman's shirt. So definitely it can be seen that all those detailed forensic report that has been provided by CBI fail because at the end of the day he did get a bail at the end of the day. So CBI's arguments did actually fail over there. Pradyuman's father's arguments in this entire matter was that since he is one of the accused, he had been arrested first, and that's why he should not be let off till the time the charge sheet is not being filed, till the time actually a solid proof, a solid evidence is not at hand that who is the ultimate accused in this entire matter. Till that time, no bail should be granted to anybody. So at the end of the day, everything failed because there was no proper evidence against Ashok in order to hold him back behind bars. And at the end of the day, we know that whatever happened in the court, it was just 1 minute of hearing. So it was a huge victory for Ashok and Ashok's parents and of course Ashok's family, because they had been fighting for his bail plea for a long time now. They had been fighting the injustice that was meted out to Ashok by Gurugram police, and of course their lack of